Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of I'll Have a Double, the podcast. I think this is episode 105. That sounds good. Brent, how's that sound? 105? That good?
I like it. Hey, if it's 105, go to the ER, baby.
Action.
Because it's hot.
Hot and hero.
That is what we call a fever.
This is I'll Have a Double. Be sure to like and subscribe. And if you got comments, let us know how you feel about things. And then before we get into anything, because we got a couple of things we want to get into. We're gonna talk about the elephant in the room, man. What are you wearing?
This is Patagonia. I think this is Lululemon. These are from Jackson.
Hey, shout out to Jackson, man. I like Jackson stuff, man.
Action Jackson, R.I.P.
Oh, we're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that.
R.I.P.
to I want to say about that.
To a real one.
What's on your head, brother?
I guess you can call me the Vision Bro, the Vision Pro Bro, out here.
You too.
Just trying shit. Not you too. That just played the Sphere.
You also.
Yeah. Don't. I'm no Bono. I don't want to be. No, I'm just out here, trying things for the people to let them know my thoughts.
Or your
you
thoughts.
You can get the tech guy that can give you all the tech stuff, or most people are probably not very tech savvy. I would like to consider myself, the upper echelon of tech savvy, but not to the extent of the people of the videos that I watch who are super tech.
Yeah.
So, I was like, hey, look, there was a big deal I was trying to close. I told myself, if we got the ink, I'll let myself get them. We got the ink. So I was like, F it, I'll do it. I watched a bunch of videos and was like, all right, let's do it. So as I'm doing it, I'm like, you know what? This could be good for me to let our listeners and people know my thoughts of what I would think people like us when they put these on. What their experience, what their experience would be like, because you don't know what you're getting.
I have no idea what you got.
So, do you remember the Oculus 2s, the ones that I had a couple of years back? Did you ever put them on? The VR, VR glasses, right? Yes. Right. So, with the VR, you can play some games, which actually was really cool. I don't remember if you could watch movies. I'm sure you could, but I mean, that wasn't really the quality and stuff wasn't great.
I just remember you could be on a volcano and be slicing random stuff.
Yeah, you could do a bunch of stuff. It was more fun, like arcadey, gamey type stuff. It also had the VR porn element that a lot of people liked.
No idea what you're talking about.
Yeah. So everything I read, this is augmented reality and virtual reality. So you get both.
Okay.
Now, augmented reality, here, let's do this real quick. Let me type in this real quick. I got ChatGPT up right here. So let me type in, come here, type in, I don't have my keyboard over here. So it's not as good.
Here.
Augmented reality.
All right, we're back.
Hey, augmented reality.
That's great material right
now. Go. Back. Sorry. See, this is why this thing's not that. This is. All right.
You're not selling me too much on these vision.
Oh no. Here's the deal. I'm not here to sell. I'm not here to sell.
I want you to, because I want to be a part of this. If this is something to be a part of, I want to be one of the cool kids.
All right. Here's the deal. Get the fuck out of here. All right. I have a keyboard, which makes it better. But so augmented reality essentially is basically having your reality kind of in front of you all around. VR is where you're sitting there and you have like you're playing the game, you are in the game. This is more like you have the game going on, but you have this going on. You have this stuff in front of you. You're touching it, you're pushing it, you're moving it. So that's cool. That's great. Essentially what it is, and I posted a couple of videos on Instagram, and we can post one here. In fact, if you want, post it right here in the middle, chip it in.
Right.
That way it can give you a little, idea of what this is.
Bam. Right there. There you go.
So essentially what it is basically just having ADD. You can have up a million fucking windows going on. You could have, you have your internet here. You have your email over here. You have your Slack channel for work over here. You have Apple Music over here. You have, and again, this is all Apple based. So remember that. Apple Music podcast. You have your messages over here, iMessage. Now remember that's a key piece, because if you have somebody that doesn't have iMessage, you will not get it on your messages app. You'll have to get it on your phone. So if you text me, I cannot get it right here.
Right.
Now that's another piece that takes me away. And now I can see through, I can see my place and I can see my phone. It looks a little kind of distorted, almost like vivid, like you're on like shrooms or something. But I can still see it and still, maneuver around. So you've got all these things going on. Now, I thought, so the first night I got it, the Mavs had a game that was on TNT, also HBO Max, so I could watch it through this. And I thought, oh shit, like I'm going to be on the court.
Right.
No. It's no different than watching it on YouTube TV. However, I will say it was 4K, and it was like you can pull the screen close to you. You can push it away. It was really cool, but it wasn't like mind blowing, right? It wasn't like, oh shit, like I'm fucking playing. No.
Yeah.
I tried to set up the PlayStation through it. You got to do some like mirror type stuff. Just fucking with it alone. I've been like, you know what? I'd rather just play it on TV. So there's another like bad, I guess, X out on this. I will say the ability to be able to use this is really more of a MacBook, basically a MacBook or a whatever the desktop is. I can't even think of it, but yeah, it's basically the desktop MacBook, and then have an Apple TV and all that in one. So you can watch a movie, you could be working, you could be doing all this stuff and not have to look down at your phone or anything. So that part of it's cool. Now we talk about the cost of it starting at $3,500 and moving up, because obviously you have to get accessories, got to get Apple Care, got to get all this shit. It quickly moves from 35 to maybe 32 to 45. And if you want 256 gigabytes to a terabyte, that will change as well. So there's all that part. I don't think it's necessarily worth the money, to be honest. Now, if this is going to quickly replace my TV, if this is going to replace my MacBook, if this is going to replace a lot of the things that I use on a daily basis, then maybe, then maybe that might work out, right? Because I will say, like, the sound is actually pretty really, it's incredible. With the AirPods in, when I play like Apple Music, like the sound is fucking great. It sounds better than my phone. I don't know what it is. It just sounds better.
Okay.
And the visuals are really good. Like everything is in 4K. It's cool. Now, there's another part that you have to remember.
But wait.
This comes with a battery.
I think it's huge.
It's massive. This is the fucking first iPod ever. It's heavy too. This thing is so heavy. It's plugged in right here. So when I was setting this up, I made the mistake of taking it out to see, like, like Matrix style. Like, you have to have this. Oh shit! I just moved that. You have to have this plugged in at all times, or you have to have. Yeah, it has to be plugged in here. This lasts like 4 hours. There's another lightning, so you can keep this thing going. So if you stand by. So again, that doesn't. Again, when you think about the price with a MacBook, I can take it anywhere I want. Right now, you still have to have it plugged in, but I just got the laptop. I don't have these fucking goggles on and this thing hanging out, looking like a fucking crazy person.
So all these in your pocket? You put it in your back pocket or something? What do you?
Yeah, no, it's in my pocket right now, so I can move around. And the first, it's funny. The first time I made a video, I made this like cool little, because I figured out how to do a screen recording You can screen record, pull up your phone, and do I can do whatever. So the phone can see what I'm seeing out of the goggles. So I did a screen recording thing, and I was like, "Oh, it's cool." I took as soon as I was done, you take off the goggles like you just got off a fucking ski mountain or whatever. Like I put it on the thing, and I forgot that the battery was in my pocket. And I looked down, and they were on the ground. Now, luckily, nothing, no scratches, nothing. In case I resell these, try to get more money out of them. Yeah, nothing bad had happened.
Yeah, perfectly fine.
But again, it's just when you spend that amount of money, like, I didn't even get to this. Not that you don't care, but for all those out there that might care, everyone's been making all these comedy videos about jerking off, and that's what all anyone talks about. Like, man, just never see him again. It's not VR. They don't have anything for VR porn. The only way you can
you're just watching regular, like you're just watching on your laptop.
Now you can go to like Pornhub and watch their VR, and it'll be VR. Or you can get there's workaround, but like the Oculus, like those, like you could go to actual VR porn sites and no.
I still want to do. I want to do a pod. Still do a pod off VR porn because I still want to visualize like exactly what all goes on. But I digress. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, it's stuff. It's just you feel like you're closer.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're still not there. You just feel like you're closer. But this, the whole thing was like, oh shit, am I gonna be jerking off all the time again? No. This is not like this. Sorry. I basically just have a massive fucking Mac strapped to my face.
Okay,
that's all it is.
Closer, basically.
And I can just do more shit. I can literally just do shit. I press this button right here on the side, click that. Now I can pull up Amazon Prime. Bam. There it is. Pulled up right there. Right there. I can click that. I can go to a movie. Sure. Go to that movie.
Now, if you turn your head, is it still there? Or do you have to look to the right to watch? Like, is it like?
Well, so that's one of the other things that's kind of unique with this is it when you set this up, it literally there's all these cameras and sensors around. So it can see my hands, but it also goes up your eyes. So when you want to click something, the best thing to do is to look at it and do that. If you look at it and kind of look away, it diverts your eye to that thing, and then you click that. So you just look and click. So it that part of it, like the technology behind this is incredible. It really is. It's just, I don't know how much is there. Like it doesn't have every app. Like, you know what I mean? You can't even, there's some apps that you can click up and go to the iPhone, iPad version. So I can pull up Twitter. I can pull up SoundCloud or whatever. You can't pull up Instagram, can't pull up Facebook. You can go to them on Safari on the website. But again, we talk about getting into the future with $4,000 goggles, and I can't fucking just go click Instagram.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
The pictures that it takes, so I click this button right here. It'll take a picture or a video. So far, I've seen better. Now the screen record part is pretty cool, but that's like that part in and of itself is tough because you got to go up here and do this shit or whatever. And you got to get on your phone and screen record. That part's pretty cool, but again, $4,000 worth, not that cool. I just, there's some other apps. There's like DJ. I've been seeing all the shit that people are posting. Yeah. And I'm just like, bro, I have them. Unless you got something that I didn't get, I got the highest ones. I got the terabyte. I got the fuck. I don't like this shit isn't doing anything that is blowing me away. It's cool. It's cool if you have ADD and you want to have 17 fucking screens up and
that's my point. What I've seen, that is way. I don't need. I got enough already. I don't need. Yeah. I don't need that.
I've been doing that and posting that stuff. It's kind of like a bit. Like I'm not literally doing that all day. Like I would go fucking nuts. It's just like I'm pulling up as much as I can to kind of show. Here's what all you can do. and I'm trying to do that within 1 minute of an Instagram video, right? So you got to go fast and show a lot, but like you're not doing that all day. And then you have when you want to touch something, if you want to type, this thing pulls up. It's not that. I bought the keyboard. If you're gonna buy this, get the Magic Keyboard so you can type and not fuck with that. There's a trackpad too, so you can do the trackpad and click, so you're not doing this shit. But there's just some things that, I think that we always associate things with price. So if you take price away, and this is your new iPhone, it's pretty fucking sick. That's cool. Now, do you want to fucking wear these all the time everywhere you go? No, this isn't Blade Runner. This isn't Demolition Man.
Or any movie that's dated in 2030 or 2400s.
But the technology is, I have to hand it, like, it is pretty incredible. It's just for the price, you're thinking, I don't know if it's necessarily worth it yet, because I don't mind having a TV on and then maybe having like my laptop over here if I'm doing some work, or maybe I'm like playing PlayStation and I got the laptop over here with the Mavs game on, right? I got the phone over here. I don't have this cumbersome thing on my head. I got some jams going on back here. And that's even a lot going on, right? But I don't mind that. This, you gotta constantly keep in mind, like, is this thing plugged in? Is the thing in my pocket? Is it going to pull off? Is it going to fall off? Is it going to scratch?
Oh.
Like everything else is looking crazy. And all the videos I see of people like driving with this on, like, look, this is all, people are doing bits, and it's incredible that they spent this much money for a prop. It's really incredible, but nobody's fucking driving with these on. Nobody's doing all this shit. Like you can, but everything you would look and feel like you were on acid or shrooms. So I think people are just doing bits with it. I don't think, like, everyone's like, oh shit, you see like people are eating it. Like the dude on the court side at that Celtics game, he was clearly doing a bit. Like he's like over there bouncing the ball. There's not a fucking app where you're bouncing a ball. I have this. Trust me, I've looked for it.
Who are you
following? There's not an app. There's not an app where you're bouncing the ball and you feel like you're sitting, you're doing whatever. Like that was just that guy doing a bit, and it was cool. T-Pain did his little thing. It was cool, but it's not.
I picture myself like Eddie Murphy and Beverly Hills Cop walking down the street, and I see two guys in matching jackets wearing a goggles. I'm like, if the first person I see walking down Deep Ellum wearing those, I might trip them and just see what happens. I don't know. But no, hey,
now man, I don't know if I would let you, because these are expensive, and that would not be cool. These are expensive. Don't break them, Juan. But I feel you. I would, if you ever saw me with these on out, and I'm not doing a comedy bit, if I'm serious, you can trip me.
Hey, if you guys out there buying $4,000 sunglasses with an iPad connect to it, if you break them and you cry about it, then you shouldn't be spending that kind of money. That's all I got to say about that. I mean, I'm still trying to convince myself to spend $500 on a PlayStation 5 this summer. I couldn't imagine spending $4,000 and then being disappointed. That's pretty rough. But hey, maybe you can find its purpose. When did they come? It must came out. I mean, there was no reviews on these, or did you buy them like the first day they were out?
No, they were released February 2nd. I did watch a bunch of reviews. In fact, let me go to this, and I'm actually, I should probably do this from the goggles, but just.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say, look at those big ass goggles.
I know, but I don't have the keyboard here.
Hey Google,
I gotta look. It's this guy. He does a lot of his name. Max Tech. I forgot his name. No, his name is Marquise Brownlee. Marquise Brownlee. Mm-hmm. He does a ton of tech type videos. He's really good, and I watched a bunch of his videos. But he is also very tech savvy. He's thinking of it from a different. He he probably has these things working totally differently than I do. Watched a bunch of his videos and was like, all right, I'm sold. And so, yeah, I'm not disappointed because I think I'm just like, the capabilities are probably, I've got fucking roulette right here. Like you can't even see. I've got roulette going right here.
Yeah, I can't see.
Let me put. What's your favorite? What's your number? 124.
Like you're trying to catch a mosquito. You like Mr. Miyagi trying to catch a fly with his chopsticks.
On 13. Yeah, so I got that going right there. I got the Lakers Nuggets. Lakers Nuggets going on in front of me. I got Chat GPT right here. I got my Outlook up. So, all this, that part of it, and I've got you on my actual MacBook. So that part is cool.
You got the whole world in your hands.
I will say, if you're somebody that likes to be out and about and experience the world, you might be like, probably could have spent that on a fucking trip or something, because it's just, again, this is all cool, right? But until you look through these, it's like me telling you a dream. You don't fucking care. And then even when you put these on, you'll be like, oh, that's cool. But then I show you the price tag, you'll be like, not cool enough. Not that cool.
So
Nothing's that cool.
So you say, if I walk a mile in your goggles,
if you put them on, you'll be like, oh, that's cool. But like, and until you can, like, you're an Xbox guy, right? Until you can have all this, and you can have like your Xbox going like 4K, whatever, and you could like, if the PlayStation, if it could do all that, now we're talking. Or like, if I could be like sitting courtside watching the Mavs game, I'm kind of right there, or I'm like in Madden. Now we're talking. Now we got ourselves a whole different ballgame, but it's not there. So it's like, okay, cool. And then when I put it on 3D watching a movie, which that might be the best thing it does, it's incredible. But I can't be laying down doing it. Where the cool part is you can lay down watching a movie, but it's 3D, now I got to sit up. So I don't know, man.
There you go. Well, that's Vision Pod Pro talk.
I just gave you guys the real, true, broken down, honest. This is how I feel. This is what it is. They're cool. Save your money. Hide your kids. Hide your wives. They're robbing everybody out here.
Everybody's wearing goggles. Well, hey, I'm glad that someone I know personally got them, because I was curious. I saw Shaq talking about them, and I've seen some commercials. And like you said, you see all of the YouTube videos and the bits that are going. So, but hey, I'll come over and check them out. I mean, I'm not gonna do the porn thing, because that would be a little weird and awkward. But yeah.
Don't watch porn in front of me, please.
No, that there's some things that will never happen, and I would put that up there in the top 2 of things that would never happen. So,
what's the other one?
But hey,
what was the other one?
Well, I said top 2.
Yeah.
Probably never. What?
So one is never watching porn with anybody.
Well, yeah. Well,
not with your boys. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. So we got that established. I'm glad. What was the other one?
I don't know what 2 is, but I know there's 2. So I'll think of the other 2 here. I'll think 2 later. But I know that it's definitely in the top 2. Well, I mean, pause. But there's definitely number 1 that I'll never do with my boys. Probably falls in line of the porn industry, but what happens in porn, that would probably be something I would never do with a guy.
Nice.
Or you.
Okay.
So, as I digress. But what I was getting ready to say, we've been doing this pod since 2020, and I would say probably up to this point, the most impactful death we had was Kobe. And I think I would say this is probably number 2 since we've been doing this pod, that's impacted at least me personally, that it really hit me, because usually celebs passing, it's kind of like, oh man, that's a damn shame, but now we get to that age where now, like, the people that are passing, there's like, okay, they mean something to you, and last week we lost Carl Weathers, man. I wasn't expecting that one, because I remember at a point he disappeared for a while, and I thought he was sick. And then when they came out with the was that the Expendables, and everybody was in it but him. And I started thinking, I was like, is there something wrong with him? Is he okay? And then I remember he got out of shape. He wasn't all bulky anymore. He didn't look like the superheroes like all the rest of them anymore. And so I was wondering, was it something that was ailing him? But next thing you know, he started popping up in everything again. He even got he was even in the Mandalorian. He had a main role in that, and so he was popping up. So I'm thinking, okay, and then he was going to be with in the commercial with Gronk, for the Super Bowl. I saw him previewing that. So, and I'm pretty sure they've already done that, finished those commercials. But I know this, for the Super Bowl, he's going to be in a commercial with Gronk. So I'm thinking like, oh man, that's cool. Carl Weathers is back. And then this happened. And yeah, man. And it's so funny. I think about Rocky. I've really been thinking about Rocky a lot lately, and just kind of like, losing the guy. And
I was supposed to fight,
And I started thinking about his character, Apollo Creed, and I'm thinking, is he not, if not the biggest, one of the most famous? I would say, I wouldn't call him a villain, but I would say the antagonist. Isn't he arguably the most popular antagonist in cinematic history? I mean, I guess Darth Vader would probably be considered, the biggest, but after Darth Vader, I mean, you got to go Apollo Creed, because I mean,
yeah, I guess it's tough. It's tough because he becomes, I guess, from antagonist to protagonist. Is that what you said?
Well, it's like just being popular. Like, people left Rocky liking Carl Weathers. I mean, liking Apollo Creed. You see what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, because he was the or antagonist, and then it became a protagonist, and that's like kind of the ultimate thing.
The first Rocky, like the first Rocky. And
first Rocky, he was an antagonist, right? But
people liked him though. He was liked.
Yeah, you liked him, but you also you probably liked him a little bit more because Rocky won. But
you rooted for Rocky. Yeah,
it was like the next couple whenever he became became boys with him and started training him and all that, and then you just go through the whole thing and you're like, damn, dude, Apollo Creed is like a fucking legend. He's like Kobe. You hated Kobe, and then people hated Kobe, and then they were like, damn, I actually fucking like him. I respect that man. Yeah. And then later on, you're like, damn, I actually really fucking love him.
Yeah.
And you look back, you're like, damn, all those things I didn't like about him was maybe just because he played on the other team, but maybe I did like him.
And he was great, and so Carl Weathers, man, remember we're talking, late 70s, early 80s.
Action Jackson, baby.
And then, I mean, we can talk about Action Jackson. We can talk about Predator. He's every role the roles that he played in, like, you always remember his role. You always remember his character. And I'm just looking at the first Rocky. He had such an impact in that movie. Like, there was no Rocky without Apollo Creed.
For sure.
It wouldn't have been that big without Apollo Creed. And his role wasn't huge in Rocky. I mean, you can literally count the minutes that he was actually in it, but he was so impactful every time he was on the screen. Like, all eyes were on him. Like, you were literally just captivated by him. And when you say stole the show, but it was like, he was like, when he was on camera, even with Rocky, if he was on camera with Rocky, your eyes were more locked on Apollo Creed. He dominated those scenes.
Well, he was more of a, charismatic and more
flamboyant.
Everything about him, like, you just were drawn to that character that he created. Yeah. I mean, it was great.
And you know what's funny? Well, I say funny, but just to show you that, how Hollywood was, how some people think Hollywood still is, or whatever, you might want to lead to believe. But out of that whole cast, so Burt Young, Talia Shire, Sylvester Stallone, all of them were nominated for an Oscar. You know, the one person that was not nominated for an Oscar for Rocky was Carl Weathers. I mean, and if he's not the biggest character in that movie, I mean, really, the movie is centered around Carl Weathers. At the end of the day, when you think about it, I mean, it was like Rocky was prepared to fight Carl Weathers. You could have easily switched that to Creed. I would say Creed, Apollo Creed, and he had to find someone else to fight, and he ended up fighting this guy from Philly. Like, I mean, it was one of those things where it's like the movie was about Rocky fighting Apollo Creed, fighting the heavyweight champion of the world. So it's like he is the main focus of this whole thing. If Rocky was fighting another guy like him, it would be no big deal. But the fact that he was fighting Apollo Creed, and then you see why Apollo Creed decided to fight him, like you were watching his story. Apollo Creed's like, well, just pick a guy. Give me a guy, and I'll fight him. And now, mind you, they were taking a lot of this from an Ali fight. I can't think of the dude's name now, but
Rocky Marciano, right?
No. Ali fought a guy. It was a similar same situation. Ali ended up fighting a guy. Was it Chuck Webner? Was it Chuck? No, it was Great White Hope. I might be getting them mixed up, but Rocky went to that fight and came up with the idea of Rocky. He was like, "This is a great story." It was a local guy, and he had a chance to fight Muhammad Ali, and he put up a great fight. And Rocky was inspired by that, and he started writing. Oh, wow, it's Rocky. Sylvester Stallone was, he was fired up about it, and he was, he was motivated by it, and so he went and he wrote, Rocky. Now, of course, he added some other stuff to it, but anyway, yeah, man, Carl Weathers, man, he's, as a kid growing up in the 80s, there weren't too many black like heroes, that we had to like really, look up to. And I still remember the scene, Rocky 4. That's when I knew I was like, man, he is the coolest guy. He was in the pool, he was all, he looking like a Greek god. He's in the pool playing with his dogs, and he had a TV. He had a TV in the pool. I'm like, the man had a TV at the pool, man. I ain't never seen a TV at the pool before. So here's this black man at the TV in the pool playing with his dog, all ripped up. His beautiful wife on the balcony going, "Honey, come in for lobster and more sex." And I'm like, man, this dude.
I think that was her line. That was exactly her line too.
That's what she's supposed to have said. They cut it out.
Come in for more lobster and sex.
I was like,
not now. I'm watching Night Shift. Damn it.
Night Shift. Shout out to Henry Winkler. Very underrated movie.
Don't interrupt me when I watch a Night Shift, damn it.
But I will say, why did they have to have a Church's Chicken commercial on while he was in the pool? Like, really? Church's Chicken? I had to have a Church's Chicken commercial? That was some bullshit.
Ask Sly. Hey, Sly, man, what the fuck?
Why gotta be a Church's Chicken commercial? Why was he out there listening to the jingle of Church's Chicken when he's playing with his dogs? And he got lobster and steaks waiting on him, for his wife. So anyway,
you think a guy like that, he's not eating Church's Chicken? Come on.
You look at his dogs. You look at him. He ain't never seen a fried chicken before. No, absolutely not.
Yeah. I didn't know that Carl Weathers played professional football.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know he was black. That part shocked me. I'm like, I'm sorry. No, I don't remember Action Jackson. Obviously, I remember the name and I remember but I was too young for that. Obviously, remember him from Rocky. Definitely remember him from Predator.
Yep.
I mean, who will ever forget the most infamous handshake of all time between Arnold and Carl Weathers? Like it's incredible. But for
he had
me,
some death though, and I was upset about that too. Why he had to die like that? He got his arms chopped off first, or shot off.
Yeah, I mean,
and then the Predator had to do an up and out. He ran a down and out route. He came around, and he's like watching them. He's coming all the way around them. He's like, I'm gonna go to that bad arm.
Like that's one of those movies though that you had to watch that going back and watching that movie knowing like only one person has survived. Only Arnold survived. Everybody else is gonna die, and in the worst ways.
Yeah.
Like that.
It was Arnold and the little Asian girl.
Of course.
Yeah.
You can't kill an Asian.
And whoever flew the chopper.
But my thing with Carl Weathers that I remember most, given my age, yes.
I'm sorry.
Chubbs Peterson. No, you didn't know. No, I mean it wasn't a surprise. Like Happy Gilmore, like Chubbs Peterson, because I think when that movie came out, I think it was like 96, 95, 96, some 11.
Right there, yeah.
I may have seen Predator and Rocky and maybe kind of put it together. I think while I'm watching it, like, wait, who, obviously that's like kind of the whole comedy of it is like you got Apollo Creed and whoever he played in Predator to play Chubbs Peterson, and who did a really fucking great job comedic wise. Like, I mean, like, dude, just like, when he's like you didn't make it on tour because you're black, and he's like, hell no, damn alligator bit my. They're just like, I'll never forget those lines. So good. And then his role on Arrested Development, where he plays himself as just a version of himself that just is so cheap that he's teaching Tobias on how to save money by not going to things, by taking the points, or don't throw that bone away because you can make a stew. Like, the comedic aspect of him was underrated. I thought he was really good. He was making a comeback. He was doing progressive commercials. I think he's doing a USA commercial with Gronk, like you said, in The Mandalorian. But yeah, dude, Carl Weathers was like, I didn't know he was sick like that. It was like, oh shit, when it dropped. I mean, that's one of the first ones I remember in a while where everybody, you go to the Instagram and everybody's posting. You got the golf world out there posting for Chubbs. You got everybody else posting Apollo Creed. You got some Predators out there. You got some old school Axton Jackson. You got some Arrested Development. Like, that's where you had a good career.
Yeah.
R.I.P. man.
Yeah, it was sad, and I saw Sylvester Stallone and his, with his posts on Instagram, and you can literally see how hurt he was. Like, he was.
Yeah.
He was.
Well, that I think they had a falling out because he wanted to get a little bit more of the cut on Rocky than he was getting, and I guess he got kind of cut out of that because, I mean, Sylvester Stallone produced it and wrote it and all that shit. So there was a little.
But the funny thing about it, Rocky is not owned. Sylvester Stallone doesn't own Rocky. That's the hilarity of this whole thing. Like, he does not have the rights to Rocky. That's why they can make like Creed and based on Rocky without Sylvester Stallone. Like, he didn't have to have any say. He don't have any say so where they go with it. He doesn't have the rights to the actual character of Rocky, which is mind blowing to me.
That's wild.
Yeah. And but yeah, speaking of Rocky, man. Oh, shout out to, it's funny. I was watching a little bit of Rocky. I was watching like a lot of different like scenes from Rocky on YouTube, and I was watching Rocky 3, some scenes from that, watching the great, Carl Weather, highlights. But somebody that's very underrated when it comes to Rocky, and that's Tony Burton, aka Duke. The guy that played Sylvester Stallone or Rocky, and of course Apollo Creed's trainer.
Yes, the old white dude. Get him, Rock.
No. I'm talking. I'm talking the black dude.
The old white dude.
Tony Burton. I'm talking about Duke. Apollo Creed's trainer, but then he became Rocky.
The trainer. Yeah. I'm thinking of the old dude that's like in Rocky's corner that again.
You talking about?
Get him! Go get him, Rock!
What are we waiting for?
Go get him, Rock!
Yeah.
What are we waiting for?
Yeah, I'm talking about. I mean, he's going to talk about someone that has some great scenes and weren't in the movies a lot, but yet was very impactful in every scene he was in. And that was Duke, man. And he passed away in 2016, and I didn't even know that he had passed away. I didn't even hear about that, but. And that's just crazy, man. I remember Rocky, man. I'm thinking like, man, like we're losing. I think Burt Young passed away.
Yep.
He passed away. So it's like everybody in those movies are passing away. It's like, man, it's just crazy getting to that age where, your childhood heroes. I mean, I don't know what I'm going to do with Hulk Hogan pass, man. That's just going to be Hulk Hogan, guys like Bill Murray. Like, man.
I'm surprised Hulk Hogan's still alive.
You know why? He says his prayers and eats his vegetables, man. So
I feel like I look like
eat your vegetables.
I feel like I look like Macho Man Randy Savage in 2050.
No,
right now with these on. Yeah, no, I was telling somebody that the other day. I was like, dude, we're getting to that age where some of the childhood heroes are about to start falling off, and you're like, damn, like
you're not saying we Knicks, are you?
We Knicks. Well, no, I won't be because I'll be living here.
Oh,
you guys are out there living there. I'll be living here, so I'll be lasting forever. I'll be digital. I'll be pixelated.
You're like
So
fame.
maybe I'll
You're
live
like
forever.
fame. You're gonna live forever.
Yeah.
Maybe remember.
Yeah, but that's a bump. Carl Weathers, R.I.P.
Yes,
Apollo Creed.
We will never forget you. I mean, we had his clip in our intro. Yeah, there is no tomorrow. And unfortunately,
That's a good one, man. That's such a good one. That's such a fucking good scene. Like, oh fuck, there is like just that part right there. That should be like that is what pushed Rocky to be Rocky.
Yeah,
because Rocky would, if it got to Apollo, was on another level. He was up here. He had to bring it out of Rocky. So that's where the Apollo without Apollo Creed, there is no Rocky. There's no Rocky. There might be a Rocky 2, but there's no Rocky 3. There's no Rocky 4. There's no Rocky. There's none of it.
Hey, you want to get emotional, man? Watch the scene in Rocky 4 when Duke comes upstairs and talks to Rocky before the fight, and he talks about why he's there and like talk about Apollo's death and what it meant to him and how much it's taken out of him. Like, watch it now, and it hits way different now. If you watch that scene now, I was a kid when I watched that. Now I watched it yesterday, and like, man, I almost got teary eyed just listening to it. And I'm just like, damn, because we're actually living that right now, So, but anyway, R.I.P.
It's different. It's different when I'm thinking of the guy in Rocky's corner and he coming up and be like, Rock, Apollo Creed died. Get out there, Rock, and win it for the
He's Nuke Rockney now, so
get out there, Rocky.
So, I mean, we'll try my best to get this out before Super Bowl, but they got the Super Bowl coming on Sunday, and where are you watching the Super Bowl at, by the way?
I will be. So I made a promise to a mutual friend of ours, one Ryan Harden, probably 10 months ago. That I forgot what it was, but I made a promise that if such and such happened, I would go to Mardi Gras with them in 2024.
Okay.
Mardi Gras happens to be going on now. And so tomorrow I'm going Friday to New Orleans with him till Monday. So we are watching the game at Caesars Sportsbook in New Orleans, which isn't bad, which is cool. Got a little table set up. But so I'll be out there watching that. I don't know what that experience would be like, because it's I typically like to be somewhere where you can hear the commercials, you get the whole thing. So this, I'm sure, probably won't be paying attention to the commercials as much. I'm sure once the halftime show comes on, everyone's going to lose their mind, all the girls. I mean, I'm excited. Yeah, whatever.
I bring
Chiefs again, cool. Yeah. Taylor Swift, great.
Well, yeah, I bring it up because I was wondering if you're doing a Taylor Swift Super Bowl party, which is what supposedly everyone's doing this year. Everyone's having the Tay Super Bowl party.
No,
I got a list. I got a list for you. The Super Bowl menu, but the Taylor Swift Super Bowl menu. You want to hear it?
Wait. Before you give me this list, are you having a Taylor Swift Super Bowl party?
No. I'm having a Usher Super Bowl party.
Okay. All right.
I don't even know what that means yet, but it'll be more Usher than Taylor Swift. I can promise you that.
Okay. Well, you make me want to have a Taylor Swift Super Bowl party just to rival yours.
I do have a confession.
Well, just make sure you read this list nice and slow. Okay.
Hey, I'm gonna do it my way. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, you know what? You remind me of young Apollo Creed.
Do this all night, man.
The one thing we won't be doing, damn it, is be doing no lovers and friends, damn it.
Yeah, I told you that's number two. Number two, no lovers and friends. Here, look, I got a couple of things that you can make for the Taylor Swift Super Bowl menu, and I guess these are all songs by Taylor Swift. So I guess people that's going to hear this going to start laughing, laugh like Taylor
Baking
Swift.
off.
Yeah. So Death by 1,000 cold cuts. I guess she has
Okay.
1,000 anti-heroes sandwiches. Bad Blood Mary.
Okay. Oh, I like that.
Are you ready for it? Rolls.
Are you ready?
Long story shortbread. Bree are never, ever, ever getting back together.
It's a long title.
We are never, ever. I think that's the only Taylor Swift song that I actually know. Back to December.
Isn't that crazy when you think about that? The only Taylor Swift song that you know.
No.
And this is the most popular person in the world, worth over $1 billion, and you know one song.
That really no.
Same.
That's other songs that I would like hear. I go, oh, that's Taylor Swift. Okay, but like when I think of Taylor Swift,
I would be like, is that Taylor? I'd be like, cool. Is that Taylor Swift or Natalie Merchant or I don't know? They all sound the same to me.
Katy Perry or Kelly Clarkson.
Well, whatever.
Yeah,
none of them are billionaires.
That's another whole podcast talking about the power of Taylor Swift. God bless her. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not hating, but it's still a head scratcher. It's still a head scratcher. I'm just, it's a head scratcher. Anyway,
she planted by the Illuminati.
Yeah. We got Wing of My Heart. You Belong with Me at Lover's Pizza. I don't know what part of that is the song, but
it should have been like You Belong with Meat. That would have been better.
Yeah, that's why I thought it said You Belong with Meat. You got Picture to Burn, Spicy Micheladas. Now That We Don't Taco, Dip.
Okay.
Sparks Fry.
Okay.
And yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. It's just a little silly. But I watch on TikTok and on also
is that where you got that list?
Yeah, that was a TikTok. And
okay.
So a lot of people are doing their Taylor Swift parties. Be honest with you, if I was a single man or whatever, like I think I would try to find a Taylor Swift party to go to.
Why? I don't. What? I'm trying to watch the fucking Super Bowl. I don't want to like. I mean, look again. Hear me out. I don't like any. I don't know any Taylor Swift song, but I know I don't really like it. It's not something I listen to. Clearly, with all the access that we have in the world, I mean, I have fucking goggles on that I can listen to any Taylor Swift song I want right now, and I don't. I don't want to. And I love football, even if my team's not playing. I don't want to go to a party and listen to Taylor Swift. Now, I see what you're saying. However, I just find her music and just the whole thing incredibly lame. It's just lame. Everything about it is just kind of lame.
You're not going to listen to Taylor Swift. This is a Taylor Swift party. The game is going to be on, but
bro,
I'm just saying, who's going to be at the Taylor Swift party?
Why would you ever want to go to a Taylor Swift party? That's like going to a thrift party. That's like going to a sewing party. That's like, let me go do an arts and crafts party. That's like fucking nothing about it. That's like, we're going to go bobbing for apples party. Nothing about it sounds like, I guess, it sounds very PG-13, very PG, very lighthearted. Sounds like, hey, we're going to a youth camp Super Bowl party. It just feels like that has that vibe.
That's how it starts at 4:00, but I promise you by 8, 9 o'clock, it's gonna be the type of party you want to be at.
Oh, really?
Oh,
yeah. Like, we're doing 7 minutes in heaven.
Spend the bottle, all that shit. Hey, that's more than you would do with a bunch of dudes high-fiving and chest bumping and slapping each other's ass with towels, watching the game. I like that.
On your ass
and wiping on your legs.
I like that. I love it. I love it. I love watching that with the bros and I don't want to be. Can you turn it down? Turn it up right now. Like, what are we turning? Oh, it's Taylor Swift. Like, what? No, what? No, I'm trying to watch the fucking game. All right, if we really want to test this theory out, if we really, no, I just like I want to watch the game. I just like I want to watch the now. Usher halftime. Yeah, I like Usher. Of course. Yeah, I'm down to watch this. But I mean, like I guess it'd be one thing if it was more appealing, but it's just like I just don't really care. I don't care. I'm not a 14-year-old girl. I don't really care.
I mean, Taylor Swift
and
fans it's not just 14. They used to be 14. Now those Taylor Swift fans are in their late 20s and 30s.
Well, no, they range. They're everywhere. They're like the 54-year-old to the 14-year-old.
Parties that you talked about that are having these Tay parties. These are in our price range, so to speak, in the late 20s, early 30s, which is the demographic that we all prefer. I'm just saying, allegedly. And so I mean, I think it's right in the wheelhouse of the way we roll. So I'm thinking if there's going to be a party, and I know that demo a lot, and they're going to be excited to be there. Think about the Super Bowl parties in the past. You got all the dudes broing out on the couch and sitting down. They got the beer and they're making bro sounds. Then you got the girls that are kind of maybe standing behind, or they might be in the bar area or in the living room area, the kitchen, drinking their wine and talking about Taylor Swift. Or you got those really attached girlfriends that are sitting on the couch next to their boyfriend because they just want to be next to them. And then anybody else, they're staring at their phone. This party, oh man, the girls gonna be partying. It's gonna be live. It's gonna be lit.
Listen, if you throw the right party, it doesn't matter what the fuck is going on. It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be all right. I mean, if you're throwing a dude party for a game, then that's what you are there for. You're there for the game. You're there for the camaraderie. You're there for you're not there for anything else. Bro, if you're throwing a party where, if you're there for if you want that aspect, that can happen no matter what. That aspect, that can happen no matter what. I'm just saying that Taylor Swift doesn't sway.
Invited you to, and you've had a blast.
All of them.
Why?
Because they've all been great fun. Very, very good fun. Diverse. Very good, very cheeky.
Because so many dudes were there having just a good ass time, slapping towels and chest bumping. You had to be a part of that, and you came. And
now, at the same time, how many parties have you invited me to where there was an important game going on and I didn't come because I chose the game over it? Let's look at that.
And did you regret that?
No, I don't regret. I mean, well, yeah, because the Cowboys lost the 49ers really bad. That sucked. But I didn't necessarily regret the decision because I was trying to watch the game. And if I'm trying to watch the game,
he didn't regret it. By the way, yeah.
No regrets, baby. No regrets. Live life for no. I'm just saying. Like Taylor Swift wouldn't move the needle for me one way or the other for a party. It wouldn't matter. Wouldn't sway me.
Well, if I now I want to go to it. I might find a Taylor Swift party now, and I'm gonna take video. But
you're gonna do what I'm not gonna name any names. What other people I know would do, which is go to a place just to tell you how great that. Oh, so you should be. Oh, but you know what would happen if I was there? I would come in and be like, where's all that great aspect?
Have I ever done that?
Where's all that? Where's that aspect that you told me about? Where's all that aspect?
Have I ever done that to you? If I ever said, "Hey, Brent, come to this party," and it's not what I told you to come, if I tell you to come, I'm like, "Hey, you need to come." I say you need to come.
Yeah, well, that's Juan has that power. Juan has that power over me. He just knows how to command me when to come.
It ain't me that has the power over you. Is what I present to you is what has the power over you. I go, hey, I'm just telling you, because I don't always do that. We'll do stuff all the time, and I never call you. But when I say, hey, you need to come, you need to come.
But whenever you do that,
glasses. Bring the glasses.
It's Dos Equis. Whenever you do that, yeah, I just the thing like I get like the thing about the Super Bowl, like it will have more eyes on it than Taylor Swift moves the needle for sure. I mean, she just does, and it's incredibly impressive.
Yeah,
I just I know I'm not watching the game. There's not one part of me watching the game that cares about it at all. I don't whatever. Now it's cool that she's dating Travis Kelce because I fucking love Travis Kelce. He's one of the bros, love him. But
love his haircut too.
Love the fade, the fade, the high fade. I got the DiVincenzo Travis Kelce fade going on.
I've been rocking Travis Kelce since 1992.
Yeah, and he had a chili bowl back then. Was he? Yeah, was he? What was he? He was like fucking 6. Yeah, something like that. He was young. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's definitely a good topic. It's worth it. I think it's fun that girls. There might be all girl Super Bowl parties for this, which is crazy to think about.
Here for it.
That's fun, and if they're doing it and making like little Taylor Swift dishes, like that's cool. That's good. Yeah. Hopefully, they watch the game and go like, maybe like, why did they run it on 3rd and 4? They should have thrown, maybe.
And I think you're gonna get some of that. There's gonna be a percentage of the girls that are gonna watch this game to see if Taylor Swift's gonna pop up on the screen. But while they're watching,
man, she's popping up left and right, bro.
But while they're watching, they're gonna be watching the game because they're gonna be watching to see if Taylor Swift, and then they're gonna realize, it's not until Travis Kelce catches a ball, and so now they're watching Travis Kelce. Now they're going, wait a minute, now I'm seeing what position Travis Kelce plays. Before too long, there's gonna be a group of women that's gonna come out of this Super Bowl, and they're gonna actually be, if not fans of the NFL of football, they're gonna be more understanding to their significant other of why they like football so much. So when Claire says, me and my friends want to have a dinner party, Sunday night, and the Cowboys playing Philadelphia, and he says, the Cowboys playing Philly tonight, and she goes, I forgot, that's a big game. I understand, because they start watching the game, they start learning the game. So I think this is going to be good for all of us. I think Taylor Swift is good for all of us. It's going to be good for Super Bowl parties. There's going to be more money. Everyone's going to make more money this weekend. And I think it's going to change the dynamic. You might see some marketing changes with the NFL when they see how many more eyes. If there's a significant more eyes watching this Super Bowl simply because of the idea that they might show Taylor Swift. We're not talking about Taylor Swift performing in halftime. We're talking about just random shots of Taylor Swift. You don't think that the NFL is kind of like telling Kansas City, hey, make sure Travis Kelce gets the football? I mean, Travis Kelce scores a touchdown. That's going to be the most watched, viewed clip on social media, on Twitter, at least for the next 24 hours after the game, if Travis Kelce scores a touchdown.
If they really want to blow everyone away, they'll give Taylor Swift some sort of mic, whatever. Give her some sort of mic. No, they'll give her some sort of mic. And at halftime, when Usher does Lovers and Friends, Taylor is up in the box and she starts doing Alicia Keys' part. It would blow up. The whole place would blow up. It would erupt.
Usher would blow that place up if they did that. Talking about
Usher might. Alicia Keys might come blow that place up. You did.
Jay-Z might blow it up. Jay-Z.
Yeah, how Jay-Z. You know how Jay-Z feels.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't even talk about that.
Yeah. So I think that this weekend is going to be, the Sunday is going to be a fun game because the Taylor Swift effect is in effect, and I think that there's going to be some debris after the Super Bowl of how this goes on forward as far as the NFL, how the NFL market.
Man, could you imagine what if this game ended up being like a 6-3 game? Oh my God. Just a shitty fucking just no offense. Just
Tay sleep in the knocked out.
The NFL gets what they want. They get all the eyes, and then it just turns into a the worst game ever, 3 field goals. no offense, no nothing.
Didn't we
Just
have
like
wasn't there a Super Bowl? I'm trying to think. I know that the Colts Chicago Bears was a snoozer.
yeah, because it was raining. It was raining. It was not a good one.
I'm trying to think if there was some other Super Bowls that was just trash. But anyway,
yeah, we've had a few. I don't think this one will be trash. I mean, this will be good.
No.
I mean, this one, it's I guess it's kind of a shame that I'm in New Orleans because this would have been a anniversary of the first Super Bowl that you and I watched together when Jesse and I came to meet up with you at I guess we can't name names, but
yes, one of the parties I said you need to come to.
Yeah, and that was Chiefs 49ers. That was 2019. That was it was February 2020, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because that was right before your wedding, right? Was your wedding like a week later?
Yeah. I think it was like a week later, something like that.
Or unless that was 2019, I can't remember when that was, but that was a good Super Bowl. I think this will be a good one. Hopefully, it's good. Taylor, thanks for bringing a bunch of eyeballs to the NFL.
It's cool.
Whatever. I don't care. We're not getting paid by them until they pay us. I don't fucking care. Until you pay us, right? I don't care.
We give you no props. No props here. But I'm gonna give her props, man. I like I said, I think the Taylor Swift effect is gonna be good for everybody, and I think those haters out there need to just chill out. No need to hate.
Yeah. Hey, and also, I want to make a big note. I'm not hating on it. I just don't care. Yeah. I'm not hating on it. It doesn't sway me one way or the other. I'm looking at it like, hey, either the 49ers finally win one the first time in since 94, or Patrick Mahomes keeps the insane streak going of going after Tom Brady for the best player of all time, which I'm here for that too. So that's all I care about.
I feel bad for Kansas City. I say feel bad, but like Kansas City fans and the Kansas City players, because if they win this game, they're gonna say the NFL's rigged, and of course they're gonna have a win and all that kind of stuff. So, if Kansas City wins, I hope they win by a couple of touchdowns. Where it's not one of those. It came down to the last drive and there was a pass interference call that wasn't called. You know what I mean? Like no controversy on the last drive.
Yeah.
Anything like that, because that's all you're going to hear. You're going to hear that it's fixed, that it was all set up.
Pass interference sets up for a Travis Kelce game winner.
Yeah. Or
they got the mirrored box.
Or they get a pass interference on Travis Kelce and it wasn't. There's something crazy.
Yeah.
Offsides, but it's false start, but they didn't call it. Something like that. But anyway, man, we're over an hour, so it's time to go. What time are you leaving?
Tomorrow, flight's at 3:50. So I'll get in. I mean, there's our boys already guys like, I got this, I got that. I'm scared for my life because
post some on Instagram on I'll have a double, man. Post some stories and stuff like that. Just throw them on there.
Yeah, no, we've got some passes and stuff. So I've never been. I mean, I obviously have been in New Orleans, but I've never been to Mardi Gras. So I don't I know it's crazy. Don't really know what to expect. It's actually been, funny enough, it's been a decade since I've been in New Orleans. My little brother's bachelor party, going in May for Jazz Fest for Nima's bachelor party. And then there's this. So I'd been twice before, both 10 years ago, haven't been 10 years since, and then going twice in 3 months now. So excited to see what New Orleans looks like, what they've done. Obviously, I know they got the sports book and it's Caesars now. I'll give some reviews of the casino, the city, post some pictures, post some stories, bring back some goods for you guys, and we'll let you know how New Orleans is holding up. I mean, it's New Orleans. It's fucking it's that you can't kill it. You can flood it, you can't kill it.
No, and you can't outdrink it either. Be sure to follow. I know. Be sure to follow us on I'll Have a Double podcast on Instagram. We're on Facebook. We got some old episodes still on Spotify, so you can catch up of our 100+ episodes on there. and we're now on YouTube, like and subscribe. Guys, show us a little love. We've seen it. We got some views. So just hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It ain't gonna hurt you. It's just one little click. And if you watch the show, give us some comments. How you feel about the Vision Pods. Any Carl Weathers stories you got. If you're going to a Tay party, if you agree, you should go to a Tay party. Or if you disagree, like Brent, let us know. Just give us a shout. We can, and we'll be on there, and we'll be chatting with you back and forth and stuff like that. And we're just trying to build this thing. I know we've been trying to work on this for a while, and we're giving it another shot. And I think you'll like the direction that we're going to go. So, yeah. So enjoy the Super Bowl, Brent. Enjoy your Vision Pods.
Hey, this would be great to watch the Super Bowl on. I kind of wish I was.
Yeah. Usher halftime with those on.
Oh, for sure, I will. And then Taylor, I just want you to know there's no bad blood. All right, I'm gonna shake it off, and I'll go to a Taylor Swift party. I bet.
Yeah, I can't mess with you with the Taylor Swifts. I can't. I don't know the songs. And for whatever reason, my rabbits are going nuts right now. I don't know why. So I think it's time for me to go. All right, guys. We will see you guys later. I am Juan B.
I'm Brent Grable.
See ya.